Hello friends, in this video we'll be discussing the parabola, and funny enough, when I started teaching in the first place, I found this topic very challenging, and I taught it once and I stopped teaching it. I stopped teaching further maths and started teaching just mathematics because of this particular topic. It gave me serious headache, but I didn't stop at that. Even as a maths teacher I never stopped trying to inquire to know much about this topic. I thought that this topic is very difficult. Many students in secondary school call this topic the most difficult. But I've just realized that I have not got to understand the fundamentals that are involved in parabola. And now it is my best topic. So let us play with parabola. Okay, now the key things you need to know whenever parabola is mentioned is the focus. You also need to know about the vertex, then the directrix. These are the key things you need to know, and once you know all these things here, you won't have any problem when this parabola is mentioned. Again, I want you also to know that whenever a parabola is like this, y squared equal to 16x, or y squared equals, look at the equation, y squared equals 4ax. Okay, why this ax can be seen as the distance of the focus from the vertex. Okay, whenever it is like this, y is here, it means that it will either face the right or the left. That is, the curve will be like this or like this, like right or left. Now if this is positive, if this a is positive, it's going to face the right, but if this is a negative value, it's going to face this way. Another thing you need to know again about the parabola is that you need to know the equation of a parabola 1 and also the equation of a parabola in the canonical form. That is what we call canonical form, or the standard form. These are the things you need to know about the parabola. So normally the equation of a parabola is y squared equals 4ax. When it is put in the canonical form or the standard form, you have that y squared, or rather y minus y1 all squared is equal to 4a into x minus x1. This is also the equation of a parabola in the canonical form. So for this particular question, we will have y squared equals 16x. When it is like this, it means it is at the origin, okay, because it is the same thing as saying y minus 0 all squared equals 16 into x minus 0, to show you that both x and y here is 0. Because when you say y minus 0, you still get y squared will still give you y squared equals x minus 0 is x, and 16 times x is 16x. So whenever it is written like this, just know that it is at the origin, okay, that the vertex is at the origin. Therefore, from this, our vertex, whether x or not, our vertex is at 0, 0. That is what it should be. So these are the things you need to know about this parabola. Then, having known this, you are free to draw the curve of this parabola. I'll clean this. So you've known that your vertex v is 0, 0 whenever it is like this, and because this is positive and this is y, it is going to face the right. So let's say this is the y-axis and this is the x-axis. It is at the origin. Look at the origin here, 0, 0. So look at our parabola, something like this. Okay, the focus is somewhere here. Then the directrix is just this straight line here. Remember the introduction to parabola I discussed, so you can go and watch it again to master what you are doing. So this is the directrix. Here is my vertex and this is my focus. Now I want to know the value from here. Remember, here is 0, 0, the y-axis and the x-axis. We have that y squared is equal to 16x, but equation of a parabola says that y squared is equal to 4ax. Now comparing terms here, you can see that x cancels out. We have that 4a is equal to 16. Divide both sides by 4 to get the value of a. When I do that, the value of a is just 4. So my a is 4. Remember, the parabola is a locus of a point which is equidistant from a fixed point and from a given line. So from here to here, to the focus, from here to here, to the focus are all equal. Okay, all these lines are equal to each other from the meaning of a parabola. Also, from here to here is equal to from here to here. So, and this is the A, and this is the A, if you watch my previous video. But here our A is 4, which means this length is 4. Okay, from here to here is 4, which means this particular point here, which is the focus, is at x value of 4. And the y is 0 because this is the origin too, so y is 0. Hence, the focus of this particular parabola is this 4, 0. So whenever you get this your A, this A will now tell you the point where your focus is falling. So our focus is 4, 0. So having got the focus as 4, 0, what is now our directrix? Remember, this is our directrix, okay? And this is the line for our directrix. And what is the position of this line? Let us see. From here to here is 4, so this is at the point of 4 now, but this is the negative x value. Y here is positive x value, up here is positive y value, y down here is negative y value. So at this point, we have known that this length from here to here is 4, but the sign should be negative because it is in the left is negative, right is positive, here is positive, here is also negative. Okay, so at this point you see that the equation of this particular line is at the value of minus 4, value of minus 4. But what value is minus 4 here? The value which is minus 4 is what? X and not y. So don't come and write that y is equal to minus 4. Rather, the directrix is at x equal to negative 4 because it is x which is now minus 4 at this particular point. So for question number 1, we've finished it. You've seen that the directrix is x equal to minus 4. Our focus is 4, 0, while the vertex is at 0, 0. So whenever it is like this, don't suffer yourself, just know that the vertex is 0, 0. Now let us solve this one, which is more difficult. Okay, for question number 2, this is y squared minus 4y minus 12x plus 40 equal to 0. This is not in the form of the canonical form of the equation of a parabola. So we are going to put it in the canonical form. Then how do we put it? You have here y squared minus 4y. I need to complete this square. Let me move x and the constant to the right hand side. This will now be equal to negative crossing over is positive. Positive crossing over is now negative. Okay. Now let me complete this square so that it can be factored out. The coefficient of y here is minus 4. And to make a particular expression perfect, you find half of coefficient of x all squared. That is what you do to complete it. So since here is minus 4, half of minus 4 is minus 2 all squared. This is what I'll be adding to both sides. Okay, and minus 2 squared is just 4. So I will add 4 to both sides. So when I do that, I will now have y squared minus 4y plus 4 equals 12x minus 40 plus 4. Now this is now complete. I can factor it out. This is the same thing as y minus 2 all squared, because two numbers you will times to get 4 and you add, you get minus 4 is minus 2. Minus 2 times minus 2 is plus 4, and minus 2 is minus 4. That is how I got this. Equals 12x minus 36, because minus 40 plus 4 will give us minus 36. So we have y minus 2 all squared equals 12 can be factored out here. We have 12 into x minus 3. Okay. Now remember, the canonical form of the equation of a parabola is y minus y1 all squared is equal to 4a into x minus x1. This is the standard form of the equation. Therefore, from here, our vertex v will now be x, y. You know, the value of our x here is equal to 3 because minus x is minus 3. Minus cancel minus, you see that x is 3. Minus y is minus 2. Minus cancel minus, you see that y is 2. This is now the vertex. Okay. Now, from here, you can see that 4a is equal to 12 if you compare terms so that we can get the value of our a. So 4a is equal to 12. Divide both sides by 4. By doing so, the value of my a is equal to 3. So I will clean the board so that I will draw the parabola and see how it will look like. So our A is 3 and vertex is 3, 2. So let's draw the Cartesian plane now. This is the y-axis and this is the x-axis. So here is 0, here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. We can have -1, -2, -1, -2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Now our vertex is at the point 3, 2. This is 3 for x and this is 2 for y. So this is where our vertex will fall in. So you can now draw the parabola so that its center is here. So here is now our vertex V. So the focus is somewhere in front of the vertex, and since A is 3, so the focus is 3 lengths away from the vertex. So you count 1, 2, 3, since it is 3 here. So the focus is somewhere here, 3 distance. This is our focus F. So what is now the coordinate of our focus? X value of our focus is 6, as you can see. Y value of our focus is T2, no movement in the y-axis. Hence, from this, our focus F is equal to 6, 2. That is how to find the focus of a parabola. Now, having found the focus, we need to find the vertex also. Okay, we find the vertex as 3, 2, the focus as 6, 2. Then the next thing is the directrix. This is 3 length, A is 3 also. So from the focus, you count 3 backwards since your A is 3 to get your directrix. Okay, so you count 1, 2, and 3. So this is our directrix, this line here. And at this line, the value of x at this particular point is also 0. Okay, or the value